Varian vs Deathwing. Can the king survive the dragon's wrath? Dark clouds swirl over the shattered peaks of Azeroth. The ground trembles as fiery cracks spiderweb across the landscape. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the lore of Warcraft. Today, we've got a thrilling hypothetical showdown that's been the talk among us lore nerds. Could King Varian Wrynn survive an all-out battle against Deathwing, the Destroyer? Yep, you've heard that right. We're pitting the Lion of Stormwind against the infamous dragon aspect himself. It's a clash of titans that crosses the boundaries of mortal might and elemental fury. So, grab your mana potions, get comfy, and let's embark on this epic journey to see if our beloved king stands a chance against the very harbinger of the Cataclysm. Background of Varian Wrynn. First off, let's chat about Varian Wrynn. If you've been around since the Warcraft 3 days or dug into the novels, you know Varian isn't your run-of-the-mill monarch. Born in 564 KC, Varian's early life was marked by tragedy. At just 10 years old, he witnessed his father, King Lan Wrynn, assassinated during the First War. That's a heavy burden for a kid, right? Forced into exile, Varian spent his formative years in Lordaeron, under the guidance of King Terenas Menethil II. This period shaped him into a leader who values alliance and cooperation. Fast forward, Varian's life reads like an epic. He was kidnapped by the Defias Brotherhood, enslaved, became a gladiator in Kalimdor under the name Loagash, meaning ghost wolf. Oh, and he got split into two personas, one embodying his warrior spirit and the other his compassionate side. Wild stuff. His achievements? Leading the charge to retake the Undercity, standing against Garrosh Hellscream, and playing a pivotal role in the Northrend campaign against the Lich King. Varian's combat skills are second to none among humans. Wielding Shalamain, a legendary blade forged from the Night Elf blades Shalator and Elamain, he's a force to be reckoned with. His armor isn't just for looks. Crafted from enchanted mithril and imbued with protective spells from the mages of Dalaran, it offers both physical and magical defense. Add to that his tactical genius and unyielding determination, and you've got a king who's as formidable on the battlefield as he is in the throne room. Background of Deathwing. Now, let's turn our gaze to Deathwing, originally known as Neltharion the Earthwarder. This guy isn't just a big dragon, he's a cataclysmic force of nature. Created by the Titans over 150,000 years ago, Neltharion was entrusted with dominion over the earth and deep places of Azeroth. Alongside the other dragon aspects, Alexstrasza, Ysera, Malygos, and Nozdormu, he was a guardian of the world. But the old gods had other plans. Corrupted by their whispers during the War of the Ancients over 10,000 years ago, Neltharion crafted the Dragon Soul, betraying his fellow aspects and sowing chaos. His transformation into Deathwing was both physical and mental. His body cracked under the immense power he wielded, requiring adamantium plates, later reinforced with elementium, to keep him intact. Deathwing's madness led to multiple attempts to dominate Azeroth, culminating in the Cataclysm. In Year 4, he emerged from Deepholm, causing earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions that reshaped the continents. His powers are off the charts, commanding earth and fire, causing tectonic shifts, and unleashing devastation on a global scale. Defeating him required the combined efforts of all dragon aspects, Thrall wielding the Dragon Soul, and the heroes of Azeroth. It wasn't a small feat. Comparing strengths and weaknesses. So, let's stack Varian against Deathwing and see how they compare. Varian's advantages. Elite combat skills. Varian is possibly the greatest human swordsman alive. He's gone toe-to-toe with orc champions and demons alike. Tactical genius. His battlefield strategies have won wars. He thinks on his feet and adapts quickly. Leadership and allies. Varian can rally the might of the Alliance. Powerful mages, skilled warriors, and even the High King title lend him significant resources. Enchanted equipment. Shalamain isn't just sharp, it's magical. It can harm beings resistant to normal weapons. Varian's vulnerabilities. Mortal limitations. He's human, no regeneration, limited by physical endurance. No innate magic. He relies on gear and allies for magical support. Emotional ties. His care for his people could be exploited. Deathwing's advantages: titanic size and strength. His sheer physical presence is overwhelming. Elemental mastery. Control over earth and fire on a massive scale. Armored plating. Elementium plates make him nearly impervious. Fear factor. His presence can induce despair and madness. Deathwing's vulnerabilities. Insanity. His madness might make him unpredictable, but also exploitable. Armor flaws. Gaps and weaknesses in his plating have been targeted before. Overconfidence. He might underestimate a crafty opponent. Hypothetical battle scenario. Let's paint a picture of how this epic battle might unfold. Setting the stage: the Twilight Highlands, rugged terrain, ancient ruins, and a place both have history with. The perfect backdrop. Varian, aware of Deathwing's approach, assembles a specialized strike team. He's equipped with Charlemagne and perhaps an ancient Titan artifact recovered from Uldum. Deathwing descends, his roar shattering the sky. The ground quakes as he lands, and flames erupt around him. Varian's forces unleash a barrage: siege engines, spellcasters, the works. But Deathwing's scales deflect most attacks like they're nothing. Realizing standard tactics won't work, Varian decides to take a bold risk. He mounts a griffin and takes to the skies. Dodging pillars of fire and chunks of molten rock, he aims for a known weakness: a gap in Deathwing's armor near his left wing. Using distractions created by his mages, blinding light spells, illusions, anything to throw Deathwing off, Varian makes his move. He leaps from the griffin, Charlemagne blazing with energy, and plunges toward the gap. Deathwing, sensing the attack, swings his tail. Varian is struck but manages to adjust midair, delivering a glancing blow. The strike causes Deathwing to reel, giving Varian's forces a moment to act. They deploy elemental bindings and focus their attacks on the weakened spot. But Deathwing's fury knows no bounds. He releases a massive shockwave, scattering the bindings and sending Varian tumbling. In a desperate move, Varian activates the Titan artifact. It emits a beam of pure energy, striking Deathwing and causing his elemental powers to fluctuate. The question is, can Varian survive the backlash of such immense forces colliding? Outcome analysis. Possible scenarios. Victory for Varian. With the artifact destabilizing Deathwing, his armor begins to crack. Seizing the moment, Varian and his allies focus all their power on the exposed areas. Deathwing's own energy spirals out of control, leading to his downfall. Varian, though severely wounded, stands victorious. Defeat of Varian. Alternatively, the artifact's power isn't enough. Deathwing overcomes the disruption, and with a final, devastating attack, ends Varian's stand. The loss of Varian would be a crushing blow to the Alliance, altering the balance of power in Azeroth. Given that Deathwing required the might of the dragon aspects and the dragon soul to defeat, it's a tall order for Varian alone. However, legends like Broxiger the Red wounded Sargeras, so impossible feats aren't unheard of. Varian's victory would elevate him to near mythic status, uniting factions and inspiring hope. His defeat could plunge the world into darkness, emboldening enemies, and leading to further calamity. After weighing all factors, where does that leave us? Varian is the epitome of human potential, strength, skill, and unwavering resolve. Deathwing is a cataclysm in dragon form, a near unstoppable force of destruction. Final verdict. While Varian's strategic mind and heroism are unmatched, the sheer scale of Deathwing's power is overwhelming. Without significant external aid, it's unlikely that Varian could survive, let alone defeat Deathwing. That said, the hypothetical highlights the incredible depth of Warcraft lore and the epic scale of its heroes and villains. So, what do you think? Could Varian pull off a miracle, or is Deathwing just too OP? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this dive into Warcraft hypotheticals, hit that like button and subscribe for more lore discussions. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll explore the enigmatic old gods and their influence on Azeroth. Until next time, stay awesome, and may your loot be legendary.